Yashodanandana Vrana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jayo Raja Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Raja Madhava Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jayo Radha Natavar Radha Natavar Radha Natavar Radhe Jayo Radha Natavar Radha Natavar Radha Natavar Radhe Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna. Some of you may be wondering what speaker is changed. Things are changed last minute. Krishna doesn't come all the way from the front door. Sometimes we have to be ready for whatever it could be. So that could be the topic also today. So we did one theme yesterday, our home program yesterday. If Krishna comes in front of you, he asks you, what do you want? If Krishna comes in front of you, he asks you, what do you want? Sometimes we will be bewildered. Sometimes Krishna looking at us, we will be looking at him. We don't know. Mind can go blank. So one time, one lady, very old, she was alone. She was very fatigued. It's summertime, and then she was carrying the wood. That is his livelihood. She has to go to the forest and fetch the wood and sell it. So beating sun, afternoon. She was so tired. She was almost 85 years old, and she was carrying that. She was looking for some help. Here comes Vishnu looking at that. He took pity on her. He came. in front of her. What do you want? She looked at him. Vishnu, she recognized him. Can you please put the bundle down for a moment? I can take a breath. And Vishnu said, okay, thank you. And he did and walked away. We don't want to be in that. Like, Bill Gates comes and tell you, ask me how much you want, I'll give you. Can you give me $10, please? So we should know, we should prepare. Anytime if something happens. Prabhupada said many times, in his lectures I heard, if Krishna comes in front of you, best thing, chant Hare Krishna. That's one thing. What does that mean? Ask him the service. Second time he said, I don't know what is best for me, you do. That's the second thing. But we're going to talk about the personality. If Krishna comes in front of him, Krishna gave an option, he chose one. Then after that, he regret. I shouldn't have asked. That personality is called Markandeya Rishi. Markandeya, there is a Chiranjeevi, that means they live eternally in the material world for a long time. Eventually they have to leave. So there are few Chiranjeevis. One of that is Markandeya. Does anybody know who is second? Hanuman, Ashwatthama, Vibhishana, Bali Maharaj. Dhruva eventually will go back. There's a 7 or 8 Chiranjeevis. Vyasa, I'm not sure. Because next position Vyasa is actually, Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama, current, will take the position of Vyasadeva next. Hanuman will take the Kripacharya. Yes, that one missing. Kripacharya. Correct. There's a 7. So one such, he was born in a dynasty, very pure devotee, and he was right from beginning. He followed celibacy. He practiced devotion so nicely, perfectly, on time, with right consciousness. Krishna is so pleased. Krishna is so pleased, and he came in front of him when he was doing his afternoon duty in the Badrika Ashram as Nara Narayan Rishi. Nara Narayan Rishi is the other incarnation of Krishna. So he came in front of him because when we serve devotees, deities, of course Krishna in form, one day Prabhupada said, you will see Krishna face to face. Do you remember where he said this? In Dhruva Maharaj part-time. How Dhruva Maharaj faced Vishnu face to face in 6 months, he said that in the purport. Anybody who practices path of bhakti sincerely, seriously, without ulterior motive, you will face Krishna face to face one day. In that case, when Dhruva Maharaj, when he faced, his mind went blank, he didn't know what to do. In that case, what did he do? Vishnu, he put his conch shell on the head. He gave the intelligence. Matta smriti gnanam apohanamcha. What is that? Sarvasa chaham hruda sannivitto matta smriti gnanam apohanamcha. Vedasa survived, so from Krishna comes remembrance, knowledge, and intelligence. So if you don't have, right here, many years back here, one day I came to the temple, like anybody, any day, and there was a sign arati going on. That time it was a Mataji Atma, so I think it was 1999, 2000. Rasalila Manjari Mataji asked me, can you sing? Okay. I took the kartals, I was looking at Radha, he was looking at me. I forgot who am I, where am I, what I'm supposed to do. Right here. I was looking, she's looking at me, sing. I know, I don't know what to sing. Who am I? It's a momentarily, for a second, and I'm just looking at him, smiling at me. It is me. It's not our endeavor, our skills, talents that we can do devotion for. We are just a puppet. He showed an glimpse a little bit. Then eventually gave me intelligence, came back and started chanting. We saw. It will happen to everybody. Prabhupada also said when he was deathbed, you cannot use the word death, it's beyond. Don't think that you will not be in this situation one day. He left like a Bhishma Pitama in his final days. All of us go through it. Same thing here. The Krishna will come one day face to face unless we prepare. When that happens, we don't want to ask that time, Krishna, I want this, that lady. Can you please take this? She could ask, I want you. Take me back to Godhead. Give me the love of God. Because why we did not practice? Practicing devotion service is not a dogmatic, it's a scientific. It's very sublime. We have to be practical at the same time. We have to see. There is something I can do. Many things I can do. Most of the things he will do. So, in that perspective, he asked, you know what he done? First, he glorified Narayana Rishi. That's another thing we can learn. If you see devotees first, we will not dump our thing on their head. You know, she did this, he did this, I did this, you are so great. You are beyond present form. You are so merciful. He glorified. That also gives some time for us to think. Somebody asks, if you don't know, you can ask the question, repeat. Oh, this is what you're asking. In the meantime, you can practice. Right? The same thing, devotion service is like, I don't know, what should I ask? And Krishna gives intelligence. He asks, I want to see your Maya potency. Are you sure you want to know? Yes, of course, he did not say that. But yes, I want to know. He said, so be it. He left, his life continued. He was sitting right there, and then he started doing meditation, like any other day. And then he noticed wind started blowing slowly, then eventually become hard. Then he started seeing the rain started falling, drops, and slowly the clouds started forming. The clouds, it's afternoon, my dear devotee, an afternoon. All of a sudden it becomes so dark, it's a pitch dark, he cannot see his own self. So windy, and it is actually devastation started. Pralaya. And then somewhat like a cloud, it's not like a normal cloud, rain, pillars. When it comes, it destroys anything on the path before it hit the floor. Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka, Jana, Tapa, Maharloka, and then Brahmaloka. Atala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. 14 family system inundated. Entire living force is dead. Mountains crushed. Forest flew away in the ocean. He could not see anything because since he's Chiranjeevi, he cannot die. He is the only living being in the devastation, in the big water, in the cold, in the dark. He was running here and there. He was also fearful. The only living beings he could see is not small fishes, not shark. Big is called Timingala. That means huge. One block. That the only thing survived. And then they were behind him. And then they were behind him, he was about to devour him, but somehow or other he escapes, he jumps. And that went on days, months, years, yugas, millions of years. He doesn't know which loka he is. He was running, he was running, he was running. He thought about it. I'm speculating. Why did I ask this question? He didn't think about it because he was so caught up. He was running, confused, he was bewildered. He was also hopeless. I said always, hopeless situation is a sign of godless situation. Devotee should never be hopeless. They can be helpless, as she can be helpless. The hopeless, I have so many problems, even God cannot help me. Even God cannot save me. That's a hopeless situation. They should always hope. He was almost into that condition. Some of us may have problems for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. So this devotee had yugas. How many yugas? One Kali Yuga span is 432,000 years. 2 times of that is Dwapara Yuga. 3 times of that is Treta Yuga. 4 times of that is Satya Yuga. Comparatively, it is a 43 million years. Like that, 71 times is 1 Manu. Like that, 14 Manus equivalent to half a day to Brahma. 999 Kali Yugas, 999 Dwapara Yugas, 999 Treta Yugas, 999 Satya Yugas is gone in this devastation. Does anybody can calculate? They can calculate how many days. He suffered that long without anybody to see and talk, experience. All he experienced a cold, darkness, and fear and confusion. Finally, after some time, he saw a little light coming from horizon. He started swimming across. As he came close, he saw the light a little bigger, bigger, bigger. Then he saw a little island out of that devastation, a dry island he found. Then he came close by and he saw a tree on it, even little close, and a leaf, a little baby boy with nothing but Krishna lying there, sucking his own toe, and he's looking at this. He said he did not look at the face. Bhagavatam explains side glance, like this. Like, sometimes we show sarcasm. Yeah, come here. And he came close. Just imagine. He's so happy at least he finally saw somebody, and it happened to be Krishna. He recognized. But what is the probability a boy of this at least this size can stay on a leaf? Inconceivable. That's reason Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam evam veti tattvataha. We heard many times, but what does that really mean? His birth, the activities is inconceivable, divyam. Those who understand, they will never come back. While they're living, they are in Jiva Mukta stage. Jivan Mukta. While living in the material body, their consciousness in the spiritual world. That person can see Krishna not just in deities in the temple, when they see the devotees, when they see the photo, when they chant. They see Krishna is everywhere. That's the opulence of Krishna, taste of water. How many of us, when tasting the water, we can see Krishna? How many of us, something bad happens, painful happens, we see Krishna? When you go out, material world. From Krishna's side, there's no material world, everything is spiritual. Jivan Mukta stage, he sees spiritual, everything. That person also aware of the matter, she's also aware of the spirit. Never lost. Single-minded focus. See Krishna everywhere. You can see holy name even in the air. You can sing holy name even in the night when they sleep. Most of the devotees, when they chant, they sleep. But that person can sleep and chant. That is the beauty of bhakti. It's available for all of us. So when Krishna saw this finally, and he went very close, and Krishna opened his mouth, he swallowed him. He swallowed him. We're looking for, like, I did so many things. I cooked, I did so many things. Spiritual master comes in charge side. I did 99%. I know. That should have been done. We expect. That's what happened in Ramayana when Ram and Lakshman in search of Sita came to Jatayu. Jatayu was feeling. He was lying in the pool of blood. And then he had some jewels of Sita. He was holding his breath till Ram comes to give the message. Ravana took it. What do you expect? You see Ram. Now he's coming. I want to sing. He's going to appreciate me. He's going to be happy when I say it. You know what did Ram said? You vulture. Did you eat Sita? Did you kill Sita? He was, Ram, I'm not like that. That's what happens sometimes. The devotion service is not path of flowers. A glorification happens. Sometimes mercy comes in different way in Krishna's terms, not our terms. So when he swallowed, he went inside. He didn't have an opportunity to talk to him. What he wanted to say. This is what I've seen, devastation for millions of yugas, for millions of years. When he went inside, he saw the world. He started seeing how Brahma got instruction from Vishnu, started creating the universe. All the demigods coming into existence, matter coming into existence. He saw how this cloud is covered the spiritual sky called Pradhana, transformed into Mahatattva by the glance of Vishnu, injecting the souls into it, injecting the three modes of material nature, injecting the time factor in it. Then how it is agitated, took the different shapes, different grades, different stages. Seeing power, touching power, smelling power, earth, water, fire, ether, how it transforms. Creation. Manus passed, years passed, yugas passed. Again, 999 Kali Yugas, 999 Dwapara Yugas, 999 Satya Yugas, 999 Treta Yugas passed. In other words, he saw a day of Brahma in creation. He was watching. He is not part of it, but he is out of it. But he is watching. He was flabbergasted. He was actually astonished. He has a panoramic view of entire creation. What the living entities coming and going through different cycles, going through the transmigration. We'll have a little problem here. Thinking, oh my God, I lost job. I got this. He said it. He was looking at top. Like, for example, some of us come together, want to make movie. We'll make Prabhu Prabhu as a producer. We'll make Alankar Prabhu as a director. Some are heroines, some are heroes, some are jokers, some are comedians. We come together, we write a script, we direct it, movie is done. And then they do the premiere. And then so many people come in the theater. Now the light is falling on the screen and is going on. And it is so wonderful hit movie. And then people are going through emotions. They like hero, heroine, they hate the villain, they're joking, they're laughing, they're crying, going through all the emotions. But it's the light hitting on the screen, there's nobody there with the sound. But the crew also sitting there in the corner watching. What is our view? I'll be putting, what kind of a movie you produce? He said, you are hero, you are heroine. We are joking, we're talking. But how those people who are influenced with the sound and this and the music, whatever it may be, carried him with emotion. Like that, he was watching, observe, not absorb yet. He was observing. That's how it's supposed to be. Jesus Christ said, be in this world, but not of this world. One who can develop that consciousness as an observer, and that's a Jivan Mukta state. In this case, he was just watching all the creation. And then eventually, devastation about to start. And then he saw again this little baby Krishna. And then he spit him out. He came back into the devastation back. I think he saw 3 times, if I remember correctly. 2 times or 3 times. So he came out and he saw the devastation again. He was, oh my God, I did not again. And then in that perspective, he saw the 3rd time again the same tree, the same little Krishna, Gopal, sucking his toe. And he went very close to him and suddenly it disappeared. Then he was doing that. Then he saw himself sitting there in Bhadrakashram, doing his afternoon duty. Just looked around, where is water? Where is creation? Where is Brahma? Where is Maruta? Where is Chandra? Where is Surya? Where is this Timangala? And a few seconds before he was doing his afternoon ride, just imagine a tree is there and one leaf is falling on the top. He saw the leaf fall on the top till here. Then in that, before it hit down, he went through all the millions of years, all this experience, pain, everything. He still saw a leaf is still falling. In a fraction of a second, what externally he was there, internally he saw many yugas past. Then was bewildered, tears in his eyes. Oh my God, this is the power of Maya. And nothing changed. He's there as he was. In a fraction of a second, went through so much in a panoramic view experience. It is inconceivable. He said, why did I ask this question? He asked, are you really sure? Sometimes Prabhupada asked his disciples, what do you want to Krishna? Prabhupada, I want to come back to this material world, I want to preach. You fool, why I want to come here? Go back. One time, Umapati Maharaj, he came at my home in 2000. And then he was telling me in the story, there was one photo in the 26th Avenue about the first canto Bhagavatam. There's a photo, right? There's entire view of Vaikuntha Loka, Mahatattva, like in all those different family systems. And under this material world. Umapati Maharaj and a couple more devotees at that time, they would say, I want to go to this planet. Other devotees, no, that is looks small. This is better. I want to go here. And they were talking. And suddenly say this voice, you fools, that is still material world. They look back as a Prabhupada. Go beyond that. Why you want to come back here? So in other words, we should know what we ask Krishna when he comes in front of us. So that we have to have a know. We have to practice nicely. We have to know what is right, what is wrong. We have to know the discrimination capacity in practical. This is one side of the story. What is that? When Krishna asks what we should tell him, what we want. One of the answers is chant Hare Krishna. Second is, I don't know, you do the best. Third is, we can say, I want to go back to the spiritual world. So many things you can say, but we should not say that we need some money. This and that. So that's one aspect of it. And then other thing, in front of Krishna, what we tell others. I was telling in a study home program, 25 years, 26 years preaching, sitting in a Vyasasana talking. Everything I told others came back to me. And most of the cases I failed. I have no shame in saying it. It's easy to say, but living that, it's very, very, very difficult. Having one experience, I'm going to explain from Bhagavatam. There was one Brahmin living in Dwaraka. His wife was pregnant. She delivered the baby, dead and dead, disappeared. The Brahmin is very austere, very knowledgeable, very pure. He's confused. What is kind of a phenomenon? Kali Yuga not started yet. Kali Yuga, the children will die in front of the parents. That's one of the symptoms. In olden years, it's not acceptable. Old people, naturally, they get progress. The transformation, they leave the body, move forward. The young people follow. The Kali Yuga symptoms. Then he said, this is wrong. Kali Yuga not started yet. What's happening? So this is the fault is the king. He went to the king's court. King Ugrasena sitting there. Krishna was there. Balaram was there. Krishna's parents, uncles, all the cousins are there. Then he started chastising. What kind of a kings you are? This another is happening. My child is dead in front of me and disappeared. I think something wrong we are doing it. Based on the disciples' behavior, Guru is judged. Based on the company's employees' performance, the company is judged. Based on the children's behavior, character, the parents are judged. That's how it is. So based on the praja, subjects, the king is judged. King behavior, praja has to face the calamities. So this is what happened. We are not fit to be king. The people are sitting right next to their namesake Kshatriyas. They're telling to Krishna and Balaram, and they hung their head down. They did not say one word, because that's true. Then after some time, he thought these people are not doing anything. He walked away. He said, leave these people. And he went back and continued his life. And the next year, the wife was pregnant again. She gave the birth, again dead, disappeared. He came back again. He started chastising, because it doesn't matter you do it or not. It's my duty to tell you. So you follow, it's good. If you don't follow, it's your choice. Like that, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 children born, disappeared, dead. 6th time, when he was doing this in the assembly, Arjuna happened to be there. And Arjuna saw this, he felt humiliated. How can he say this to my friend, my guru, my Lord Arjuna, Krishna? And Krishna is not saying it. He looked at Balaram. He also said, none of the people in the assembly said anything. And Arjuna's blood is boiling, he's infuriated. This is not right. Oh Brahmana, I'm going to give you. What is that? I'm going to take a vow. I'm going to protect you. I will give my life to save your child. He says, what kind of a Kshatriya you are? That was behind you. So many Kshatriyas, they could not say it. I am Arjuna. That's what he said. I am Arjuna. I am different. Krishna looked at him. Okay. The other concept. We should be careful what we say. First, we should be careful what we ask. Second, we should be careful what we say. Anyway, 1 year passed. In the meantime, he was doing pilgrimage. Brahmana informed Arjuna. Don't ask me how, but he was informed. That is not mentioned in Bhagavatam. He came there the day before, and then with his all his power, mighty, all this astras and shastras, he put in such a way that these astras, that arrows, not even the air can pass through. Pasupatastra, which is received from Lord Shiva. And then it's so tight, even air cannot pass. He was standing outside, he is not feeling happy. And then here comes the delivery happened. Child is dead, disappeared. This time, this Brahmana was so infuriated. Yes. What is that? Baby cry. Yeah, you're right. Yes, before that happened, thank you very much. Baby cry, that's how they know the baby, the born, disappeared. Arjuna ran inside. What happened? What happened? What is that? You impotent Kshatriya. Use the you impotent Kshatriya. At least Krishna and Balaram did not say anything. You said you did this, you did this. Your father is that, your mother is said doing this, and you're doing this. You gave me hope. Became hopeless. You chastised him left and right. Like Ram was saying, chastise this Jatayu. You still Sita? You ate them? I'm going to kill you. No, Ram, I did not do this. I actually, in fact, trying to save her. Then actually he says, oh, okay, that's what he did. Then we took care of him. But initially it's like a piercing arrow. So Kshatriya, my Guru Maharaj says, for one who is honored, dishonor is worse than death. For Arjuna, it is so, like, what do you call that? He could not take it. Then, oh my God, what is the use of this life? I'm going to enter into the fire and I'm going to die. There's no hope. He was a little proud. Then there comes, he was about to enter into the fire. He says, Arjuna, what are you doing? Krishna, I don't know what to do. I know, don't have to do all this thing. Come with me. Yeah, don't worry, come with me. He looked at Brahmana, okay, chant, be peaceful. I both went to Atala, Sutala, Kalatala, Mahatala, Rasa, Tasatala, Pasala, Bhurloka, Swargaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Chittaloka, Maharloka, Brahmaloka. He went into the all other planetary systems. He went into the Virajari, which is bifurcated, the spiritual world, material world. He went into the Brahma Jyoti. He went to the planet of Mahavishnu. When Mahavishnu, they both went into the palace, explaining Srimad Bhagavatam so nicely, all the things there. As soon as Mahavishnu saw the forehand, he got up, as Lakshmi Devi follows, and the other his entourage follows. They ran towards Krishna and Arjuna to receive them. And then Arjuna was bewildered. He was looking at Krishna, smiling. Krishna was looking at Vishnu. Vishnu was jubilant. They both are same, but different purpose. As Prabhupada said, Krishna is God at home, Vishnu God at work. So for maintenance, he manages. So now, then initially, he was bewildered, but sometimes we have to wait for the answers. We cannot right away say, we just patiently waiting, what's happening? Then Vishnu do this Palastuti. Palastuti means he glorified. Thank you very much, Krishna. I was looking for your. When we come to somebody to whom first we offer water, offer a seat, say some kind words, is everything is okay? Is anything I can do? Then he asks, is anything we can do for you? Like that, that's a Vedic principle. As part of good, what do you call it? Hospitality. Thank you. So then there he saw these children lying there and playing. When Krishna looked at Arjuna, there you go. Arjuna looked at Krishna, what's happening? Then Vishnu said, he revealed a secret. I have a desire to take darshan of Krishna. I cannot go to Krishna directly. I have to go to the devotee. Who is a better devotee than Arjuna? That is the reason I kidnapped these children, brought them here, so that you will be there for Arjuna to save him. He will bring me. Amazing, right? The Vishnu to take darshan of Krishna has to become a thief. Sometimes, like, even I'm also a victim. I'm also what do you call it? Guilt. So in this path of bhakti, so many times we do so many mistakes. Sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. That's like, error is our nature, 4 defects. But we shall learn for every incident. When an opportunity comes, pray for forgiveness, beg forgiveness, and then keep doing it. When we do that, Krishna says, if that person is sincere, my spiritual master says, the person is sincere and serious without ulterior motives. The Krishna will hold that person, give the intelligence, do some wrong. Even the person, she or he did mistakes, it doesn't matter. If we keep that the mood, honesty, somehow or other, yeah, I did mistake. We should not take granted. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. No, I really feel repent. So Vishnu was telling that person, I'm sorry, but there's only option. Vishnu cannot come into Dwaraka to take darshan of Krishna. This is not the mood. Like how with Krishna, before Mahabharata war, he tells Arjuna to worship Shiva and Durga. Because why? The destruction is going to come. Destruction is not the role of Krishna. Before war, Ramayana, he also was told to worship Shiva. We see through eyes, we hear through ears, we smell through nose. The nose will not be ear work. Ear work will not done with tongue. So Yajyat Yatriti says that Tattat Devato Dev Sayat Pramana Kurita Lokas Tataniti. Krishna system is so perfect. Everything perfectly happens. When he comes, we also do the same thing. So that he leaves an instruction we can follow. So Vishnu could have gone directly to Dwaraka. He did not, because that is not right. But him as Krishna is doing different leela. It's called Rasabhas. So that's the reason Janma Karma Chamedikam Yemam Vetitapa. One who understands Krishna's activities and his birth, which is transcendental, they will never come back again. While they are here, they live in a spiritual mode. So these are two stories. Eventually, of course, you know the story. Arjuna took them to all the children back to the Brahmin. But why did Krishna and Balaram? I always ask, why did they keep quiet? When the Brahmin comes chastise, they did not say, they did not retaliate, they did not give logic, they did not give reason. For everything there is a time. For everything there is a time. There's another thing, even the management, which I learned in Hare. We want to do so many things, but no. When the time doesn't permit, time, place, and circumstance, all three has to be there. There's a kala patra. Even if you want to do right thing, it is not right time. It is not in right place. Things will not happen. When Kamsa was doing all atrocities in Mathura, right there, Brahma Manasa Putra, Gargamani, asked by Akrura. You're so powerful. With with a little power you can smash him. I know, but that is not my job. They have to wait for 12 years. Things will happen when it's supposed to. Mahabharata war about to happen. Pandavas one side, Kauravas one side. In between, Bhagavad Gita discussion is going on. Duryodhana is restless. He came to Duryodhana. What's happening here? They were talking. Are they afraid? Any more? Bhishma says, my dear Putra, Pratiksha, wait. I wish I could hear what they discuss. Something going on. You fool, wait. Things will happen. Your discussion is on the way. But why at least be happy at least 30 more minutes? So for everything, there's a time, place, and circumstances. The three kinds of people. What does Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita? Aham follows me. The time will not wait for anybody. Three aspects, past, present, and future. The time, intelligent people ride with the time. The passionate people fight with the time. The lazy people, they lay back. Yeah, we will do. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, we have time. Let me kill the time, and time passing. By the time they realize time passed, they left behind. What they do? I preached to her. I preached to him. Now they're not recognizing me. The world is gone. Prabhupada said this. Prabhupada said, what are you doing? Because why? Laid back. All they do is complain. What is ignorance? Passionate people, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to get up in the morning, I want to go to Krishna, I want to cook this, I want to cook this, I want to make whole Krishna consciousness. When are you being Krishna conscious? I'm doing Krishna conscious activities, but I'm not conscious of Krishna. Chanting, reading, hearing, we discussed in January 1st. I'm really conscious of Krishna. Is there anything happening in the heart? Passionate people, they fall into the first category. The people intelligent, they ride with the time, they wait for the time, and the time will carry them. So, at least we should fall into that category, wait for our turn. When that happens, favorable will happen. Guru's mercy, the Vaishnava's mercy, the Krishna's mercy. Then we happen to be there. I heard about this, some of us may be experienced. The experience of Bombay trains or New York trains. You just show up there, somebody will push you inside. You turn the direction when the time to get off and they'll push you back. If you fight, train will leave. So we have to learn that. That is this feedback. When to do that, what to do that, how to do that, discrimination capacity depends on the good japa. The symptom of good japa that you're chanting, you don't even know. Symptom of good japa, you want to chant more. Symptom of good japa, when service comes, you're jubilant, you're happy, you're grateful. Symptom of japa, good japa, you always have good qualities in others. Symptom of bad japa, feel sleepy, you're tired. Even small things will take a long time to continue. We always complain. We're restless, fault finding. So that's the reason Satyanarayana Maharaj says, you back to Godhead ticket is maybe that. In one sense, chanting, but the mood in which we chant, that is the key. The mood in which we chant, that is the key. The gratitude, the service attitude. When we do that, 24 hours you can chant. Susutum kartum abhinam. The day comes where you'll be chanting even sleep without even unconscious. That is the purpose of conscious of Krishna. Not doing spiritual activities, Krishna conscious activities, but not conscious of Krishna. Everything we feel so happy. Thank you. Today Sunday feels thank you very much. What can I do? What can I do? If I do what I did last week, this week, how can I do better? So we'll just leave for next 10 minutes for question and answer. Thank you very much. I'll conclude. We discussed two topics. When Krishna comes in front of you, what you are. The first thing Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna. If not, tell him, I don't know. You tell me. Or if you ask him the love of Godhead, take him back to Godhead. Second thing in front of Krishna, as devotee, be careful what we say. So we learned two lessons, one from Markandeya Rishi, other from Arjuna. And then it's not like they're actually exhibiting what not to do. They're beyond. Ultimately, Janma Karma Chavedi. Krishna's activities, pastimes, his pure devotee's action is inconceivable. We cannot fathom with our limited brain because we are error nature. We tend to do mistakes. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. This was not supposed to be. Prem was supposed to go to this class, and after that, he's supposed to be the class. He asked me. I was thinking, Krishna has the plan. Haribo. Krishna's plan is always good, but I want to be part of the plan. Sometimes we cannot. Hare Krishna. Kamagiri Mataji, you want to add anything? If I say something, please correct me.
Really Thank you. I have to tell you one story. 2000, yeah. I met Radha Sumaras here in 1990. Yeah, that May, Malti Mataji asked me, Brajabhakti, I think it's
May, to meet Maharaj. Then she went and told Radha Maharaj, so Naveen, and then I was not initiated, and then Vasi want to talk to you. In the room upstairs, there's a sannyasi room before. We both walk in, and Maharaj sitting there. And then I looked at him. He looked at me. My mind went blank. He's looking at me. You want to speak? I don't know, because I was prepared, but still I could not. Then he said, okay. Then he came to my level, and he gave me create a situation such as I could say. Then he asked me the questions. Where are you from? What is your name? Then I started to agree with that. So unless we practice, when the situation comes, it's difficult. Thank you. Any other comment, question, friends in the room?
It was beautiful class. One another example I got there was time entire Mandara Lila, descending of the milk ocean.
yeah.
That's when the demigods approached Vishnu, he asked them to wait. Let's wait. There is a right time for everything. So that one came into my mind. Another one is Mohini Murti. With respect to Markandeya Rishi, what he asked, Lord Shiva also asked Vishnu to show him the Mohini Murti costume, right? So then Vishnu was asking, we really want to see Mohini Murti. Then when Lord Shiva saw the Mohini Murti, then you know what happened. So yeah, those things came.
I was thinking that, yeah, that verse is that Tate Nukampam, one should patiently wait for the Lord's mercy. While suffering the results of one's karma, one who patiently waits for the Lord to bestow his mercy. Thinking that all that I'm getting is because of my past karma, and being grateful to the Lord, and then that person will go back home, back to Godhead. So something like that. That's also a saying, patiently wait.
It's very difficult, bro.
I'm just saying.
Also, another point I wanted to share is that, see, the patiently waiting, it's not about the action. We still have to do our action. We should not wait that there is a right time, that's when I will do my action. So sometimes the waiting could become laziness also.
Yeah.
In the name of waiting, we may be lazy. So let the time come, we will do it. We still have to do our action. And we seek guidance from the seniors. This is the right time to do. Seek the guidance, perform your action, and wait for the result. It may not be the time to get the results also. So we still have to do that.
Thank you.
So we discussed a lot about waiting, but what are we supposed to do while we're waiting? It's hard to just stay patient and not, when you're like, oh, I want to do this service, I want to do this, I want to feel like at this stage of my spiritual life. But there's a waiting period required. So what are we supposed to do during that waiting so that
Wonderful. It's like Shabari. Shabari was asked when she was 12 years old
by his spiritual master, her spiritual master, Ram will come one day. When he comes, keep the house clean, cook nicely, feed him. She waited for how many years? Does anybody know? 75 years. Same activity every day. She gets the morning program, dance, clean the home, cook, keep it everything ready. And she keep looking at the road. He never showed up. Day after day, week after week, year after year, 75 years. And finally, one day she showed up. At that time, she was not in the home. She was outside. She went out to fetch the berries, and she was already old. At that time, she could not give the fresh food. She didn't wait, telling, wait, I'll go and cook. No. Whatever she has it, and she's not sure it's ripe or not, because she has to taste a little bit and give it in. So, to address your questions, as he also said, we do our duty, but keeping that one day. But till then, we will not lack, or we will not feel morose, or we will not feel lazy. Do the same thing. Same Sunday feast, same Saturday program, same chanting, same reading Bhagavatam again and again. So one time somebody asked my spiritual master, how do I know I'm in the path of bhakti? The person is not ordinary person, he's been practicing for 20 years, 25 years. How do I know I'm in the path of bhakti? He said that whatever you have done yesterday, the same enthusiasm in the service of Guru and Krishna, willing to do again today and ready for tomorrow. Then you have started. Sunday, okay, this person given the class I want to go, this person I don't want to go, this condition I do, that condition. It's called condition. Bhakti is anyabhilashita sunyam. When there is an abhilasha, that means it's condition. Sometimes devotee says, if there is a crowd, I cannot chant. All the best. So Krishna will put you one day. And deathbed where there's nobody there, more people. In every situation, we practice devotion service in such a that we don't know which, like, what is that in IT? They do the smoke test. And they also do the DR. What is the DR full form? Disaster recovery. Radhanath Maharaj said once, I asked him, Maharaj, management is very difficult, very tough. He looked at me. Who said it's easy? If my head and walked away, we plan as if prepare for worst. That means you prepare and leave less to Krishna. Thank you. It's 12:30. Any other? Yes, please. Yeah.
Agarshini, it attracts Krishna to us. As you remember in the past time of Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, they had written all the letters to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to, we want to join you. But Mahaprabhu said, you be like a housewife, you do all your duties nicely, and but your heart should be dedicated to Krishna. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan, he passed through Ramkheli and he came to Rupa and Sanatana Goswami who were doing the devotion service very nicely. So Lord comes to the devotee instead of devotee searching for the Lord.
Thank you. That brought me one incident which I will tell and end it. So, coming back to the point what Ramchandra Prabhu asked, same Sunday feast, we come in the morning, we dress. Some of us doesn't know who dress also. Then after we stay here to cook the feast, clean the temple, everything is ready. The other devotees comes and leave, and some of them stay back and clean all the bathrooms. The one person is watching. Thursday feast, Ramchandra Prabhu, I used to manage before. After that, now he's managing Thursday feast. And then Sunday feast, festivals, all those things. 1 year, Radhanasa Maharaj was supposed to come. He came a day before, he did the program, and then he went to Kamini Mother's house. They're having a dinner with the Krishna Prabhu, all of them. After that, he supposed to come to some Thursday feast. The devotees, like sometimes when Guru comes, one of the best of your things, is standing in the front and chanting, standing in the back and chanting. There is nobody in the temple room. But somebody has to be here to chant 6 o'clock, 6:30, whatever the time for deities. So there's nobody there. We're done cooking. I'm sitting here, I was chanting. All alone. All the devotees are outside. Somehow or other, Maharaj came inside door, no one saw. He came in right inside, I was all alone. I sang. And then after that, there was one Mexican visiting from the devotee, Atmaram Prabhu. He was there. I chanting, close my eyes. Then I hear him chant. Then I chant. He's chanting. 3 times, 4 times, 5th time, he's not chanting. Open my eyes, Maharaj standing and looking at me. I said, where are the devotees? I said, this is the one he said. Continue. That helps me. When I'm distressed, when I'm thinking, I always remember this says, continue. So that helps me. Don't worry whether whatever somebody watch you or not, I am there. Krishna is there. So that helps me. That remember, you don't show off to Krishna to others. Krishna sees. You behave in such a way that Krishna will see you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Now we'll all put the match aside this time.